Alright, so this topic that I'm about to talk about is something that I've started to notice more and more as Chapter 5 Season 3 has gone along, and it's the amount of bugs and glitches that are in the season. It's absolutely insane. And I have a list of 17 bugs that I either know about or have experienced myself that I'm going to talk about today, and it's just like a bug compilation of all the bugs that have happened. So the very first one that I noticed was the day one victory umbrella glitch. So basically there was like a 50, actually never mind. If you won a match on day one, you just didn't receive the umbrella, like at all. You just didn't get it. And it happened to me because me and my friend won our very first game, and I think it took like a week before I got the umbrella, which is like, it's not a big deal, right? But it's still like kind of frustrating. Like, worked really hard to get that win, and every season you get a victory umbrella, and I just didn't give it to us, so that kind of sucked. The first issue that really plagued the game was the invincibility glitch, where if you were in a car and it exploded, I don't know how exactly it worked, but there was, every time a car exploded, there was a chance that you would become invincible. You couldn't be killed, you couldn't take storm damage, and you were just invincible. Like, that's it. Like, you just won the game. And this happened to me and my friend on accident, where he was in a battle bus and the bus exploded, and then even after it exploded, he could still drive it, and then it disintegrated. He was just standing there, just hovering. And in his perspective, he was somewhere that he really wasn't, and then literally the storm closed, and the last guy just could do nothing, and I felt really bad because there was nothing that guy could do, and I'm sure that it was exploited because, like, it's a free win. Like, come on. Another really big one was being kicked while visiting the desert. It was a whole thing, the entire new biome that they added. You got kicked when you visited it. I think from my experience, it was like 75% of the time. Might have been more than that, I don't know. But yeah, you just, like, 2 of the medallions could be in the desert, and you just couldn't get them. And it was just so frustrating. And then if you forgot halfway through, you just, like, you're kicked, you can't respawn, your friends can't get your reboot card, like, it's over, like, you're out of the game. Another one was, when you got a shadow briefing car, if you drove it through a hill at the right angle, then you would just fall through the map and just get insta-killed. And this also happened to my friend, and we could not get his reboot card because the reboot card was under the map. And just, like, how? Like, it's insane that you could just clip through the map. Like, it wasn't intentional. Like, he was just driving in a shadow briefing car and just fell straight through the map. Let's see. Another one is cars just teleporting, like, randomly. Like, you would step out of a car and it would just teleport. This happened to me 2 or 3 times. Also really, really annoying. One that affected the competitive scene was the fist launch, where you could just hover in the air and just launch into the sky, just hover and just stay there. Let's see. Nitro Splash not canceling fall damage just happened to me, where I had the Megalodon medallion, and I just ran off Blue Diamond because I was like, I have the medallion, like, I have infinite nitro, I'm not gonna take fall damage, and I just took fall damage. And apparently it was like you had to jump, but, like, it cancels all fall damage, so you shouldn't have to jump for something that cancels fall damage 100% of the time. So I don't know what that was about. This other issue, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but it's where you lose frames if you're basically, so you know how when you're in the lobby, at least on PC, if you're running at more than 30 frames and you leave it idle for a while, it'll go down to 30 because it wants to save power and stuff, so it's not running the lobby at 60 frames, which is a bit weird. But once that it went down to 30 frames, it would stay at 30 frames. It would not fix itself and automatically go back up to 60 frames, and so you'd be locked at 30 for the entire match. Like, might as well play on a Switch at that point. Just ridiculous. Oh, yeah, so sometimes when you run over people with a car with nitro, it just does 0 damage for no reason. I'm honestly not that mad about this because cars are busted enough as they already are. Like, it doesn't need to be even more overpowered. But yeah, just sometimes just running people over with especially a boss car, just doesn't do damage. It just launches them into the air, and the only damage that they take is from fall damage. So I have no idea why that happens. This is so the car that they added, the backfire, from Rocket League. I got that for free because I played Rocket League for a little while, and I was able to progress enough to get the car before I quit. You just still to this day you cannot honk in a backfire, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know if anyone's reported the issue. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's just still really weird. It's only that car specifically. Every other car that I know of is fine. I'm not sure if this was a glitch or if it was a feature, and it's leaning out the window of a boss car, where if you were in the passenger seat, and you leaned out the window, the fire rate would be 2.5 times. So especially if you had the machinist's combat AR, it's just absolutely insane fire rate, and you just shred anyone remotely near you. It's just crazy. The recoil didn't even matter at that point when you have that fire rate. So I think that was a feature, but obviously they removed it because that was pretty broken, especially for the combat. I don't know if this is a glitch. I'm assuming it is, but there's no dirt bikes. Like, every single trailer that we saw for this season is just there's dirt bikes. It's in every single trailer. And then I think they were there for the first week or two, and they're just not in the game anymore, and I don't know why. Yeah, they can't have mods, but it's a vehicle. This season's all about vehicles. Why are there no dirt bikes? The two most recent ones were the Cybertruck glitch, where when getting into a Cybertruck, and I tested this too, getting into a Cybertruck, and more specifically if it was yours and anyone else's, I think there was more of a chance if it was your Cybertruck than someone else's, you just wouldn't be able to use Nitro Fists, at all. You just could not use Nitro Fists. And I even, I wanted to show one of my friends the Cybertruck in-game, and so I dropped the fists, got into the Cybertruck, drove around for a bit, came back and picked up the fists, and then they were still broken. They don't even have to be in your inventory for it to break. And I believe this is patched now, because since then I've never experienced that issue. And then the one that really just made me mad is that I probably spent 20 hours going through that all the quests for the Jack ship glider, and I just didn't get it. And this happened to about 50% of people, just didn't get the glider that I spent 20 hours grinding for. And I know I'll get it next update, and it's not too much of a big deal, but it's it feels like it to me, because I spent 20 hours of my life grinding for that thing, and then I can't even use it. So anyway, that's just my take on all the glitches and bugs. I think it's crazy that this is even slipping past testing. It's just, and I mean, when you have a season that revolves around moving vehicles, I mean, I guess, but just getting into a car and breaking an item for the rest of the game, a vital item, a meta item, just crazy. So I personally have not enjoyed this season. I've pretty much been playing Reload all the time, unless I've been grinding quests. Just Reload is just better in every single aspect to Battle Royale right now. So I would give this season a 4 out of 10, and I really hope that Season 4 is better than... Because I think Season 1 was perfectly fine. I was fine with that. I liked that season. Season 2 was good, but there was a ton of missed potential. Just so much missed potential with the Avatar update removing all the Greek items, the whole theme of the season, ridiculous. And then waterbending was just absolutely insane. That weapon should have never been added. And then coming from that into hopefully, I was so excited for the start of the season, because I was waterbending will be gone. Finally, I can be rid of this weapon that I hate so much. And then they add Nitro Fist, Nitro Splash, cars with spiked bumpers and turrets, and just, yeah, it's pretty bad in my opinion. I know some people really like it, but I just think it's too chaotic, and it's too, you have to be locked in 100% of the time, and every move you make can result in you getting blown up by a car, run over by a car, just getting fisted. It's insane. I don't like this season, but anyway, that's my sort of review of Season 3, but more so focusing on the glitches. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.